This network is messing up with me, like I don't know what's happening, but so it's the same case even with VIX. We spoke about the levels. VIX now it's even worse because we spoke about the levels now where we expected once price breaks there. We spoke about this area. Once price breaks here, one can enter. Once price breaks here, one can enter. Once price breaks 0%, one can enter. So VIX is even worse now because this one now it has already reached TP. VIX 75 has already reached TP. The key level, this key level was my first area of major TP there. So you discover now that the opportunities that people are missing are the opportunities that we're actually going to revive or grow their accounts very, very, very easily. People, they want to focus on opportunities that are, for example, if you check here, these are two different opportunities. This opportunity, this is an opportunity, this is an opportunity. But if you check this opportunity, the risk compared to the reward was small. The reward, okay, let me just focus on the reward. The reward was small. Same as here, the reward was, so here now the reward now is different. But if you check, most probably the risk is most probably the same. Here on this trade, the risk there was $5 with the minimum lot size to make $26 with the minimum lot size. Then this one, the risk here at $6 with the minimum lot size to make, of which with the minimum lot size, if ever someone took that with the minimum lot size, they were going to make $98 with a minimum lot size with the 0.001. You would have risked $6 to make $98 on this particular trade. So when you now look at it now, you now begin to realize that people, the opportunities that they are missing. Okay, I can understand someone if they missed this one, because most probably they can give an excuse to say that was a counter trend. Okay, we can understand you. Okay, but what about this one now, which is the opportunity for the main trend? The main trend is downtrending. That was the main opportunity when we are speaking of this particular trend. So if you now miss the opportunity for the main trend now, so which opportunity value do you think you are going to get? You miss the main trend opportunity, and it also means the counter trend opportunity. So basically it means you are the group of people who are going to be trading in non-trading zones like these ones. To me, this is a non-trading zone because it's simply a consolidation zone. Those are the same people who are going to try to take trades in a zone like that. And what are they going to do? They're simply going, most of the times, they're simply going to lose money. Opportunities like this, you miss. This one as well, in as much as it was small, but you miss. Then you miss this main one. I'm mostly worried about this main one. This counter trend, I mean, understand, because it's not really something that gives that bigger reward. But the main move, which was this one, that's where my worry is. That's where most of my worry is, because if you're missing the main moves, so basically, what moves are you really catching? If you're missing the main moves and also missing maybe the counter small moves, so basically, where are you making money? Huh? My Jew, where are you making money? Where are you making money? Where are you making money? If you're missing,
you're not making money.
Why are you not making money? What is wrong?
We are missing all the trades.
Okay, my Jew. I'm asking now, what is that which is making you to miss?
In fact, I blew my account.
Hey, Jesus. Rati, did you know about this?
She told me a few minutes ago.
Wait, ma. Wait. Mind you,
Told me.
what happened?
Uh, I'm not sure.
You're not sure,
Mm.
mind you. Were you not the one trading the account?
It's me.
So you're not sure of what happened?
Yesterday, as I placed my trades in C3.
You sold.
Yeah.
Then?
Before key level.
Before the key level, okay. Then it took you out on a stop loss.
Yes.
How were you entering? Like how much was your risk? You're risking everything. Huh?
No, not as such.
So it blew today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
So after taking that loss before the key level, what did you do again? Where else did you lose the funds?
I tried to enter at this level. From key level, there's this support 1, 2, 3. There is this support.
Which support?
1, 2, 3. From key level, the third one, the time when it was retesting.
Here.
Yes.
You sold where here? You sold after this break?
No.
You sold before?
She sold Banet the buy.
She what? She bought?
Yes, she sold on the buying candle. When it bought, she sold.
Here?
Yes.
I think so.
When it was going back to retest here?
Yes.
But I think we spoke about this retest, Mus. I think we spoke about this, that price is going back to retest. Then once it's back there, you wait for either a candlestick rejection, of which if you check here, all those candles that were going up, they never gave you any candlestick. They actually went back inside the zone. Then Cry didn't go outside, went back inside. Then this candle now was the one that now broke outside. So after, okay, let's say even if you entered after this one, after this candle, you were still going to be okay because your stop loss was going to be above that candle like that. Then it came back for the retest, never reached your stop loss. You were still going to be fine if ever you really entered in that way. But now I'm not understanding. You entered after the breakout, but never waited for the retest. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what she should have done? She should have just deleted the empty file of the entry.
Why delete the MT5 after
I think
entering?
she should have just deleted the MP5.
Why?
If she had done that, she would be in profit now. She would be in
Oh
profit, like
yeah.
with
Okay.
the
Okay.
SL.
Okay.
She would just put SL and then open it today so that she doesn't look, because it's the emotions that got to her. Even on the, like, I think she caught the very first move for the cell. If I remember correctly, I think she caught it that time when she was asking us, but then I wasn't also on the chat. I think she caught that, but then it started retracing and then she got afraid and then she left the trade. So personally, I feel like my Jew, if she wants to make it, she probably just needs to put stop loss, TP, close the MT5, and then check how it's going. I don't know, but she doesn't need to look. If she looks, she would just, yeah.
Okay. One more question, mind you. When you sold after this break, where was your stop loss?
That time I didn't put any stop loss.
Wait. My Jew, is there anything like that in trading? My Jew, is there anything like that, not putting a stop loss? What gave you the confidence not to put a stop loss? Even if you are sure, a stop loss is there to protect you, and you don't put the stop loss. Because you realize that at the end of the day, what actually took you out of the game is not even your wrong analysis. It played a part, and your wrong entries, yes, they did play their part, but the issue of a stop loss, that one now, it played a huge part now. Because if ever you didn't put a stop loss, it means I don't know how many and I can't even tell you entered so many trades trying to recover, thinking that now it's going where without a retest. Then it came back. Came back.
Oh yeah.
Draw down without a stop loss. Without a stop loss, like really. I mind you, no, mind you. Mind you, like, do you remember what I said the other day, you guys? I don't know if you're paying attention. Like, I think I really tried to explain something that other day, few days back, before this new week. I think I tried to explain a certain point whereby I said, and if you remember my words, I spoke and said, guys, I feel like you're not growing skill set wise. Do you still remember my words?
Yes.
Yes.
And at that time, you might have thought maybe you're listening, but you might not even have been listening because you were excited maybe over the accounts that were increasing. But I really mentioned and I made it clear that you guys, these accounts that are increasing balances, they are increasing balances not because of your skill set. I really try to emphasize, in as much as it's not something that is that might not be exciting to hear, but at the end of the day, it was a fact whereby I really told you guys, this is not your skill set that is working here. You know, actually, that the trades that you took to reach there, most of them, you actually know that you're getting guidance from someone who has mastered their skill set. And I really said, guys, I'm really not seeing any improvement in the skill set. And I really mentioned why I'm not seeing any improvement in the skill set, especially the issue of whereby I told you guys, I've never seen your analysis. Whenever you send an analysis, like you screenshotting your MT5, that's not an analysis. Putting one line there on the MT5, that's not an analysis. And I really mentioned, I think I really tried to explain that, because at the end of the day, and I really spoke that you guys, skill set wise, you are not really growing. You have, in as much as someone might come and say, Mike, you're trying to be negative, but it's not a negative thing. Do you know, actually telling someone that, my friend, skill set wise, you're not moving, it's not something that is negative. To me, it's actually something that is positive, because at the end of the day, if ever you correct that, it's something that is going to be an addition on your side. So someone might have thought maybe I were trying to be negative. Negative way, when I really just showing you the truth of what is happening. Because at the end of the day, personally, I know when someone is putting in the work. That's not bragging or doing anything, but personally, I can tell when someone is putting in the work, when they can even show me their analysis, I can tell that this person here is putting in the work, then this person is not putting in any work. I can tell that. And I could tell that moment that so far, no work. You pressing buy or sell, that's not a skill. I told you that. You being able to press a buy, sell, put a stop loss, put a TP, that's not a skill. Don't even celebrate and say, I now know how to trade. That's not a skill. That one, you can even hire someone who doesn't know about trading. They can even do that way even faster. So we are still on the same issue. So that issue of you not placing a stop loss, it's simply a sign now. It's simply now a sign now, a reflection of the same thing that we spoke about, whereby we said you are not improving skill set wise. If you were really putting in the work skill set wise, there was no way you can take a trade without a stop loss. There was no way you could have done that. There was no way you could have entered on such breakouts like that without waiting for a retest. There's no way like that, whereby you enter, let's say after that crash. Okay, I don't know where you entered, but even if you took a wrong entry, but had you had a stop loss intact, your stop loss, let's say you sold here. Let's say you sold, maybe let's say this is the worst late entry. Let's say you sold there, then your stop loss may be somewhere here, or even here, but that one is far here. Then price comes, takes you out. It was never going to result in you losing 100% of your equity. No, that was all simply going to be a loss based on you wrongly applying, not applying principles. Because at the end of the day, the principles, they always say, after such major breakouts like this, that was a major breakout. After such major breakouts like this, if you enter, okay, let's say you entered immediately after the break, obviously you could have gotten those few crashes, but at the end of the day, even if your stop loss was there, yes, you could have been taken out either on a break even or on a small loss, but at the end of the day, you realize that you are the one who would have violated principles. After that break, we always wait for the retest, because that's a major breakout. The retest, then we continue. It's different from breakouts like these ones of these areas, such breakouts where you don't even need a retest because your stop loss is even small. This one, yes, it had a retest. So this one as well, price is crashing back below that area. So I don't know. I don't really know now. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do, my Jew? What do we do?
I don't know. I'm also confused.
Ah, but I'm also confused. You know what you did wrong. Unless you don't know.
I know.
So why are you saying I'm confused? As if you don't know anything. Very true. So in the afternoon, we're talking about something like the reason why you've heard statements like trading is not for everyone. That is true. It's true in a sense of the price that is required to win in trading. For example, trading, for you to actually realize success in it, you need a very serious discipline to follow principles. Serious discipline, emotional discipline, psychological discipline. You also need, so the price, many people, they are not ready to pay the price. That is why it's not for everyone. Many people, after having losing trades in a row, let's say 3 losing trades in a row, many people, the majority of people, emotionally, they lose it immediately. They begin to be emotionally involved in their money now. They begin in that particular moment, they get attached to the market and the trades to an extent that their mind at that particular moment, it stops reasoning. Then when the mind stops reasoning, all the principles that you were having in your mind at that moment, you'll be like someone who has never been told any principle. In that moment, you behave and make decisions like someone who has no principle that they've ever been told. In that moment, you're no longer reasoning, you're no longer thinking straight, you're no longer looking at the market objectively, whereby you're looking at what the market is doing, not what you want it to do. You're no longer looking at what the market is doing, but you're looking actually at what you want the market to do. That is what you're only seeing. You stop looking at facts. You begin to trade in a hopeful way. A hopeful way of trading is you entering a trade and hoping that it goes your way without any facts. So what happened to my Jew was now that the minute she began to experience losses, we understand the losses that happened. Losses are there. Anyone can even take a loss. The losses that you might have encountered here when price was around this key level, we understand those ones. But what about the moments when price was now moving in a confirmed way like this? So what happened was, when you took losses there, from that moment, you began to be attached to the money, you began to be attached to the market, whereby you didn't accept that I was wrong here. I was wrong because of A, B, C, and D. And I need to correct A, B, C, and D. You never corrected that. You were now emotionally involved in your trades. Mentally, your reasoning, you stopped applying reasoning to your trades. That's why you see the reason why you found yourself entering after such a breakout and not waiting for a retest is because you are now emotionally involved in your trade. That is the reason. You realize that, do you know that, mind you, after you blew your account, that's where your reasoning came back. That's where, like, you know, like, it's like that moment you now woke up, say, why did I even take a sell after a breakout without a retest? Am I lying?
Yeah, it's true.
So these things, whenever one thing that you need to realize, guys, at the end of the day, if you don't realize why we are even here, that might also be a hindrance now, because that might also be a bigger problem. At the end of the day, what we're simply trying to achieve is this. We're simply trying to achieve something like this. Let's say we have two people here. We have this person A, and we have this person B, and we also have a person C. So these people now, this first person here, these people here, they are all trying to be involved in the same journey of trading, right? But these three people, they are different in the sense that this first person is trying to test things out on their own. You realize that their journey up until the time they will reach profitability, it will be long, very longer than all these other guys. This next person now, they want to explore, but they want to explore with a guidance of someone who has explored before. So it's like you're trying to gain someone's experience in a shorter time. So this person here, their journey is never going to be the same with this one. Like this. So if you check these two people here, automatically we can actually see that this person, in as much as they will reach their goal, but the time, how long now are you going to reach that end? You understand? So to that person now, it's in as much as they can reach their end goal, say, yes, I finally arrived. But how long did you take to finally arrive there? Are you sure that the journey, are you able to withstand the length of this journey? So now this third person here, now, the difference now is they're trying to, in as much as they're trying to explore, but they are trying to gather knowledge and experience from quite various sources. When I mean various sources, I mean, number one, on their own, they are willing to put in the work to have a certain input that they are going to put and apply. Number two, they're going to get some form of guidance from someone who has explored before, just like this person. But the third part now, this person now is also willing to gather knowledge and experience based on their environment. When I mean their environment, I mean they're simply looking at the next person next to them who is in the same industry. Let's say I have a person who is seated next to me and is also in the same industry that I'm in. I'm also willing to study them, study that person, see how they are doing things, and get a certain level of knowledge and experience just by looking and studying that person. So basically you're benefiting even out of the mistakes of the next person seated next to you. You realize that the journey of this person now is never going to be the same with this one. So this is also to answer questions like, how long is it going to take me to be consistently profitable in trading? This is the answer. This is the answer. How long it takes is going to be determined mostly by the input that you're putting, where you're also getting knowledge and experience from. Because if you're only going to rely on your own knowledge and experience, in as much as you are going to arrive like this person, but the length now of the journey. So what we are simply trying to do, the reason why we have those groups whereby you guys can communicate, can send your results, can send your screenshots. And the reason why we're also having these sessions whereby we come and explain the analysis, explain some things, we are simply trying to make your journey something like this. Because at the end of the day, we know the pain of going through something like this and through something like this. We know the results of such, the results of enduring. You actually need a lot of endurance to endure such long journeys like that, because it's not an easy road. You realize that this journey is not an easy journey. It's not an easy journey. It's not even an easy journey, that one. So what we're saying, this is what we are simply trying to achieve, ladies and gentlemen, whereby we are simply trying to make you to be somewhere here. Somewhere here at sea here. We are simply trying to make you something like this. I don't know if ever that agenda is wrong. If it's wrong, I would really want to be wrong at the end of the day, because if ever we are helping people to achieve the same things that we have gone through in a shorter time, I believe that's a very huge achievement. Personally, I believe it's a very big achievement. If ever you manage to compress knowledge and experience that took all this time to gather and manage to compress it to such a short time like this, I believe that's a very huge achievement. I believe that's a very huge achievement. So when we're coming to do all these things, we are simply trying to make you to be at that level C, whereby you are that person who, that is why I always say the best mentor is always someone whose students, whose the people whom is mentoring, or the people whom is leading, they would have grown to a level better than his level. That is the best mentor ever. Someone who, let's say their skill is at level 8, but the people whom is leading, their skill is at level 10. That is a true sign of true mentorship. True mentorship is not in a situation whereby the mentor is at 10, but the students, you find them at 1 or level 2 or level 3. No. At the end of the day, it means you're the only one who is growing. It means at the end of the day, we, as the people who are looking up to you, we're not growing at the end of the day. So what's the use of that particular mentorship? So the reason why we are constantly, I really am trying to explain why we are here, so that most of you can understand. The reason why you constantly see me coming back to you, my Jew, and say, my Jew, how far have you gone? Give me the feedback. What happened? What did not happen? The reason why we keep on coming back to you, and maybe sometimes even saying some things that might offend you at that particular moment. At the end of the day, we are trying to push you to be here. I'm trying to make you all understand here. Whenever you see us pushing you, we're simply trying to make sure that at the end of the day, you become, because I know once we successfully manage to make you guys to be here. Our job is done. Our job there is done. Our job is done. I know that the results that are going to follow, they are going to be way even better than the results that I personally might be seeing and experiencing. So whenever you see us doing these sessions, coming back, saying, my Jew, why did you do this? Why did you do this? Give us feedback. What happened? What did not happen? Tell us how your day. When we're doing all those things, we're simply trying to bring you to that level of growth, because we don't want you to realize that level of growth on your own. Because when you realize that on your own, the journey is not going to be as interesting as you think it might be. You don't need to learn a lot of things the hard way in life. Honestly, life, you don't need to learn most of the lessons, the valuable lessons the hard way. No. When there are people who might have traveled the journey already that you're trying to travel, why not just get the valuable lessons from them and avoid yourself losing a lot of time, losing a lot of money, losing a lot of energy? Are we together?
Yes.
So don't even feel offended when you see us coming back each and every time to ask you, my Jew, what happened? Why did you do this? Why? What we are simply trying to do there, we're simply trying to push you to that level. Once you get there, once we manage to successfully push you and you reach there, and you stay there, even if we come back down and leave you there, we know that you are now able to sustain yourself, even if we are no longer there. That is what we are simply trying to achieve here. When we come to ask you, how can you enter a trade without a stop loss? We are simply trying to fix that program in your mind to say, we don't enter trades without stop loss. So that when you are alone now, one of the days, you will not do that. You are not going to do that. Because the program and the system and everything is now in you. So when you see us coming back, this thing is beyond us, because if ever it was a personal thing, honestly speaking, if ever this thing was a personal thing, personally, I would never be having this session right now. At the end of the day, it's beyond me. This thing is beyond me, because I know, one thing that I know is that once we successfully manage to grow you guys to the level that we want you to grow to, I know that we would have served a lot of people. Why am I saying that? Every generation, whenever one person begins to rise up, they have enough power to even pull others in their generation to also rise up. So it's not only helping you here, we're even helping your children, we're even helping your nephews, your cousins, your uncles, so when you see it in that mindset, you take things seriously. You're never going to take this as a joke. Are we together?
Yes.
I hope it's clear. Yeah,
it's clear.
Okay. I hope everything is clear to everyone.
Quite clear.
Quite clear. What is what is quite clear? Quite clear, but it means somewhere there's a certain part that is not clear.
No, everything is crystal clear. What